Hello, everyone. I'm Richard Weberg, and I would just like to welcome you to the Green Label Early Bird Hangout. I was fortunate enough to get some time from the co-founder of the Green Label Network and get some good information from him today on how this program works and more info about it. And I just want to say I'm very excited about what I have seen personally so far and what this program is going to enable people to do. And I would just like to introduce to you a good friend of mine and co-founder of Green Label, Dominic Mangello.
Hey guys, how you doing? And hello from Pattaya Beach, Thailand. It's pretty cool these days that uh, Richard can be over in the U.S. I'm here in Thailand, and some of you are who knows where in the world watching this live or as a replay. It's really cool that we live in this time and in this world. I'm really excited about that. I like also the name Google Hangout because it means that we don't have to be very formal here. We can talk to you, not at you. And want to let you know, if you're looking for a sales pitch, that's not going to happen. We're really excited about introducing what we have to offer here, and I'm really excited to be partnering with Richard and other really sharp, good leaders on the industry right now in the marketplace in internet marketing and direct sales and network marketing, because it's a change. There's a huge change going on out there, and people are frankly tired of the BS, the crap. I'm sorry to use that language, but really, when you come down to it, it's not much else that can describe it. And I think people are really fed up with that. And this approach, being able to talk to people and just to be able to get into their living rooms and share with them what we're doing and what we have to offer and how we can make a difference in their lives, and do it in a way where we can communicate openly like this, I think it really changes things. It really makes things a lot easier. So let's talk about Green Label and why Green Label is really unique and why right now you being here is a great opportunity for you. Green Label is a project that I have been working on for 6 years. And my background is direct sales and direct marketing. I've brought a lot of enterprise solutions to the direct sales network marketing industry as well as to the internet marketing industry. Been online since 1991 and been marketing since the early 80s. So as you could say, I'm an old horse. I'm 50 years old, so I'm not some guy that was sleeping on somebody's couch a few years ago and discovered some ancient code and cracked some code and you know, come up with some great solution that's going to change the world. I mean, I'm not going to feed you full of that. No, I'm somebody who's been successful, but I'm humble in telling you this, that my successes definitely didn't come from me being cool and smart and whatever else. It came from all the challenges, all the losses, all the times that I just took a real butt whipping. And it's those things that define you, especially I think in my age, it being 50, it defines you in this time in life. You're defined by success definition changes based on how well you handle the challenges that are in front of you in life versus all the things that you've accumulated as toys. And I think that's really important, especially these days. I mean, you got to connect with people in a very down-to-earth way, in a grassroots manner, and that's what we're about here at Green Label. Now, the name Green Label stands for evergreen, and also for, like white labeling, a business that's already done for you, which I think is very, very important. If I can step back in time a little bit and share with you how we got to this, I think it'll help you understand the personality and the commitment that we have on a personal level here. And you'll notice that I said partner with Richard, because you, as well as Richard, have an opportunity to partner with us, and more important, we have an opportunity to partner with you. And I think that's really important, because that's the whole essence of what Green Label is about. It's a network. It's a community. It's a community and an organization. It's not a business opportunity. This is what we would call an opportunity for people to be in business for themselves and to be able to make money in multiple profit channels with multiple programs as well as products of their own. So to take a time warp, go back in 2001, if that's going back. In 2001, I had a company called myibiz.net out of out of La Jolla, California, which is a suburb of San Diego. And that company was an internet company. It was the first big internet company in network marketing to hit it. We did over $12 million in sales in the first 90 days, over $3 million in sales our first month. But what was important is what the gross amount of sales that we did wasn't what's important. What was important was two things, and I think this is really key because we brought that forward to where we're at, only made it life better. Number one is we took technology and we made it simple and easy so that anybody, from a direct newbie to a more advanced person, can get great value from the technology. And number two, we were able to create something that was so easy to use that people didn't have to be involved in education and delivery in order to be able to promote it. So a product that people could instantly use and a product that was really easy to promote. Those were two very important things. The third thing, which I'm throwing one more little in there, but really is the essence, is that everybody, because of those two early elements of being able to use the product and to be able to promote the product very easily by just sharing it and in a very rudimentary way, allowed everybody, not somebody, everybody to make money. We didn't have one person in our company that did not get paid. Matter of fact, our policy at that time was if somebody came in, put up money to do the deal, and they didn't work the deal, they decided they weren't going to work the deal. They got involved to feel good. And I want to share something with you right now. Don't get involved with us in this program or in any other program out there just to make yourself feel good. Do it because you really want to make a difference. That's why I aligned myself with Richard, and Richard aligned himself with me, and other great people are coming to the table, and we're actually already part of the table, is because we really want to make a difference, and we can only make a difference with people that want to do it for themselves. And here's a key thing that we did at My iBiz that was really unique, was we had 18 people, I will never forget this, that didn't do anything. They just decided to do anything, and we just sent them their money back and said, hey man, we don't need your money. We want everybody to make a check. We want everybody to earn money. And we were able to do that. And I'm so proud of that because it didn't matter that some people made six figures. It didn't matter that some people only made $500. What mattered was every single person that took action got paid relative to the action that they took. Okay? Every single person that took action got a reward based on that. I think that's really important, especially today on the internet, when there's just so much hype and BS and over-promising and seriously under-delivering. And it's just a curse. It's a curse, and it's an addiction, and it's something that's just rampant all over the place. And I think that people speaking to you sincere, off the cuff is what we're trying to do with you right now. It's really not common practice as much as we would appreciate it to be. And I think that's really important. So going back, what was those three key elements that we brought from My iBiz over here is we have something built on a technology that is really the most awesome marketing foundation technology around, and it took 3 years to develop. It wasn't something we threw together because we had a good concept and idea. I mean, there's close to $1 million hard money put into this. 3 years. I mean, if we could have put more cash into it, we would have. But that's all it took because we had a bunch of people involved in programming to program that are all partners, and just the mindset and going through all the things that we've learned as marketers, as ongoing marketers. I'm a marketer, and part of our mantra is that we're going to teach you what we do and share with you what we use and work with you side by side to help you accomplish the same things we do. And if we're not in the trenches like you are, how can we talk to you? We'd be saying like we're in this corporate entity and we're talking down to you. We can't relate like that. And that's not our deal here. And so we've really put something unique. So going back to 2001, I had already sold the company at the end of 2002. And when I stepped away from the company, I sold it back to distributors. I actually sold it so that I could go to Iraq and Afghanistan with the U.S. Military. I've had so many people ask me why I would do that. If I had hindsight today, I definitely would have made uh, different decisions. I don't know if my heart and my patriotism would have been any different. I believe that I'm always going to bleed red, white, and blue, and I'm very proud of that. But I think I would have made a lot different decisions. But then again, hindsight, would any one of us watching this right now not make different decisions with what we know now if we knew when we had that chance? I mean, I think that's pretty common. So, but going back into that, you know, when I got back from Iraq, I decided to settle here in Thailand. I'm very big into philanthropic things. I have a really huge rescue that I have been part of to rescue with animals all over Thailand and orphanages. That's my personal thing. And matter of fact, I have my headset on my neck here, so my mute button is really quick because I have 25 dogs, 13 cats, and anything can happen at any time. So if it does, I just quick mute, smile, and say, hey, forgive me, and then unmute it, and then we can get back into the conversation. So please be pre-aware of that. But I decided to come to Thailand because I just wanted to get away and just focus in on what I felt was the future. In Boxing Day in 2004, which was the great tsunami here in Thailand in the Pacific, and it was just amazing. It was terrible what happened, the disaster. Over 300,000 people died. I actually was in Phuket, and I experienced it firsthand, and I was injured and was part of the humanitarian effort afterwards, and I was really moved. And but I'm not a multi-gajillionaire to just be able to throw jillions of dollars to make a difference. I'm a marketer. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm somebody that knows how to teach others to make money. I know how to make tools and systems to help people make money. And I thought back to myself and said, what could I do to give back and to create something for the future? Because these first movers, these nonprofits and organizations that just came to help, they came with their hearts, and they were faster movers than the Thai government or the other militaries that sent their support very quickly. Don't get me wrong, everybody sent support very quickly, but it was amazing to see how the Red Cross and all these other different organizations came together instantly, I mean within hours, to step up to the plate. But there was something that I felt in my heart when I started analyzing these nonprofits that really made a difference. And there is a purpose to this, to Green Label, so please bear with me here. Was that, you know, hey, it didn't take a brain surgeon or a soothsayer to see that the looming economic disasters that were coming to all of us. I mean, most of us that are here today have suffered in one form or the other, whether we have strong incomes like I do or Richard does. It doesn't really matter. We all pay the price when economics goes bad. And I'm sure some of you are looking at this video saying, hey man, you know, help us with our economics. And that's exactly what we want to do. So I knew that this was coming. I knew that nonprofits who rely on people giving would be hurting. And interesting fact, which I didn't know until I started working with a lot of the nonprofits, if you donate $1, you're lucky to see 50 cents or 60 cents of that dollar actually reaching the cause that you think you're donating. And it's not because they're ripping you off. Trust me on this. It's because they're a business, they're an entity, and they have costs of doing business. And part of that cost is actually marketing. So I was thinking to myself, man, what could we do to do something? So we weren't part of the marketing budget, and what we contributed went mostly toward the cause. And that was a concept called a social movement system, and that came into that. And this is really important for you to know, so you understand my why I'm here, and why there's so much personal coming out to be given to you other than just what we've created here. That was something that I said, wow, you know what I can offer. I can teach people how to fish, and a byproduct of the money that we take, we can put it toward measurable causes that can be done and measured going into the future. So that was the birth of all of this. So I said to myself 6 years ago, what do I do? What can I bring together? Well, the first thing I needed was the plan. And so I wrote out the plan with a couple of very good close marketers who I have big respect for. And we wrote out the Green Label model. And part of that was having a technology platform that would be here today and there for the future. Now, I don't know if you know much about technology, and if you're an internet person just starting off or you're a pro, but if you don't know about WordPress, you need to hear about WordPress, because WordPress is if you're 80% of the top marketers in the world are on WordPress. The other 20% that aren't are already looking at ways to taking their business all the way onto WordPress. However, WordPress is now not only for the internet marketers, but it's almost 70% of all the new websites getting started on the internet today are actually being built on WordPress, and there's a reason for that, because WordPress has a great ease of use. It's no longer a blogging platform, it's now a whole website platform where practically anybody can get started pretty easy. However, it is not easy if you don't know what to do. And if you're a marketer and you want to use WordPress, then you've got to go out and find all these different tools and themes just to start working together. And what happens then is you get involved in the analysis paralysis, trying to analyze what you need, and how do you even know if what you need is the correct, how do you even know what you need and what tools to get when you do, and if they're really what you need. I mean, gosh, that can get so crazy, but it's true. It is difficult. It's not an easy one-step thing. But WordPress is definitely the platform that everybody needs to use. So our first thing was to build a framework, a technology platform that was using WordPress, that sat on top of WordPress to do all the things that professional marketers needed to do. Whether you're a part-time marketer or a full-time marketer, you need something that allows your business to be perpetual, in other words, ongoing. That's where Evergreen comes in. That's where part of our green label. Okay? You need it to be automated, and you need it to be as done for you, as easy to do as possible, without changing the core of WordPress itself. So it's a framework that fits on top. Well, we call that framework PCF Mojo, which stands for Perpetual Conversion Funnel Mojo, as in money juice. And it's really important. Now, PCF Mojo by itself is, if you come in and you start using it, is pretty easy to learn, really. I could take any person that's never built anything ever, and in a couple of days I can teach them how from nothing to build themselves a very cool website with a marketing funnel, squeeze pages, sales pages, virtual event funnels, Hangout funnels like what you're watching right now. You're not seeing this on YouTube, and you're not seeing this on Google+. You're actually watching this on a page on our PCF that we've designed for Green Label in a controlled environment. And matter of fact, below this video, you will see, when we're ready, a button that's going to allow you to get started with us. So those are some dynamics that you can do with the PCF Mojo using a free tool, an awesome tool like Google Hangout. But the thing is, even as easy as PCF Mojo is to teach somebody from A to Z how to build something to go forward, it's still not done for you. You see, the 90% of the market out there, they just want to know how to make money, and make money now. Now, if you want to buy into push button this, come in, fill out a few things, and all of a sudden something's going to spit out and make you all the money, hey, let me help you with something. That ain't happening. That's just not going to happen. That is a pipe dream. Unfortunately, many people, I think you'd agree, Richard, have made hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, selling this one click, you know, we're going to help you become rich. That's just straight out BS. Let's put up the BS alert. That's BS, guys. It doesn't work. It's not true. And as I said earlier, all solid marketers are using WordPress, but using WordPress this easy and is awesome. But having it already done for you, which is where our name comes in, Green Label. Green as in evergreen, which means products that are always going to be able to be sold and needed in the marketplace, and we have some awesome products for that people could start using immediately and start making money, not just promoting a Green Label or selling the products directly, but actually using the tools to promote other awesome programs out there. Pure Leverage is a great one to talk about. I know a lot of you guys that are watching this are already in Pure Leverage, especially if you're in Richard's group. If you haven't heard about Pure Leverage through Richard, you'll definitely hear about it. The other one that's doing really well is Empower Network. Some people like it, some people don't. One thing for sure, they're making money. A lot of people are making money, and it's definitely a deal to be considered in your profit portfolio. Now, how many guys that are launching a company talk about other people's products and other people's opportunities? Well, very rare. You won't hear it from Pure Leverage saying that about another product. You certainly won't hear that from Empower Network, but you're hearing it here at Green Label because you see our product is not only the opportunity to sell Green Label with its ready-to-go products, but the ready-to-go funnels so that you can promote better Pure Leverage. You can promote better Empower Network using our technology, using our funnel technology ready to go. That's a really unique proposition, guys, and it's what will allow not only those that are looking at this to use this to promote and make money in other opportunities, because I believe that everybody needs to have multiple profit channels, and in our deeper hangouts when we spend some more time with you, you're going to really get in to hear the philosophy that we have here that's going to really help you make an enormous amount of money and never be reliant on one source as a money source, but to be able to build a foundation. And that was our core idea, was to be the foundation for people so that they could launch pad into multiple places. But what's really, is really key here is to understand that you need to be diverse. And the reason we say this is we know we can convert better in some other tools and without you having to be reliant on being on a quote-unquote special team in order to get access to tools like that. Here, you are in your own team, and you're part of the global team of our Green Label network, our overall team, which is really important here. So it's our mission, because we're involved in these other programs too, to show you how you can better be successful in all of these things in an automated, in a very pure fashion. So what is the Green Label product line? And why this time and where you're at and watching this video is so key. I think this is really good. And Green Label, starting with the name, means evergreen. I don't know if you're familiar with white labeling. White labeling is when you buy, you license somebody else's product and you keep all the money when you license that product. Green Label, the green side of it, means evergreen, means products that are always going to be here. You need to know how to do traffic. You need to know how to do conversion. You need to know how to build continuity income, which means continuous income with membership sites. All of that is part of what the platform does for you, ready to go. So you need all of those things. So the Green Label basically means an evergreen, ready, done for you business model. So we have two different programs to start off with. We have our Pro Starter and our Pro Builder. The Pro Starter is just $25 a month, and we decided the price point only based on what the market is doing. Just to pick on Empower Network and Pure Leverage, both of them have basically a $25 a month product, and we wanted something that was going to be overvalued and undersold, and that's exactly what we've done here. Our base product, the $25 a month, the Pro Starter, is a done-for-you funnels for Pure Leverage, for Empower Network to market and promote Green Label, as well as to do the most important thing that everybody should be doing when you start any business, which is building your list. The front of any business is building your list. The first equity when you're driving traffic is not to make sales. Everybody goes, I need traffic, I want sales. Everybody forgets the biggest thing in between, and I was like one of the best videos. If you haven't seen this hangout that Richard did about list building, man, you've got to do it. And you're wearing the same hat, by the way. It's a cool hat. But that's really important. So, you need to, the first thing you need to know is have something that you can plug into that's not going to take brain surgery. Just plug in, put in your info, put in your PayPal info, put in your list info, not having to know how to build anything. Just put in your info, plug in, and then promote. and how to promote. Where do I get traffic? How do I do it? Well, that's what Richard's 8 steps and our 60-minute boot camp's all about. Is plug in, get in, let us show you exactly the choices you have. Some you can do free if you don't have any cash, some $50, and you can start getting moving, and you start getting that traffic in, and it converts for you. The work is already done, and you start making money and knowing exactly what you need to do, and not guess and say, well, we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do. I mean, there's no crap here, guys. We're going to take you right in and tell you exactly what you need to do, and we're going to tell you what's junk and what's not junk. Because why? Because we're in the trenches. This is what we do on a daily basis, and we want to share with you what we do and share what we use and tell you what's working and what's not. This is so key to help people be successful today. And I don't care if you're a newbie or you're an experienced professional like myself. In the last week alone, where Richard and I have been sharing stuff, I have learned in every conversation that we've been on. I go through a ton of notes because I'm a student when I talk to Richard. And when Richard talks to me about conversion and the things that we've done to make technology so simple so that anybody can use it because it's done for you, he learns things. So this is what it's all about, and being part of our Green Label community, especially now, okay, gives you the opportunity to be part of what we call the inner circle. And I'll tell you, good opportunities, friends, are things that happen where you can get involved at any time and make money. And in the beginning, and in a lot of opportunities, it's great. People say, gosh, I wish I was there in the beginning, and there's a lot of reason and merit to that. Then at the same time, you can look at a company like Empower Network, where people say, oh, well, everybody's promoting it. Yeah, but look at all the stories that validate why Empower Network is a great program to go. So it's not hard for that third-party credibility to say Empower Network's a great program to promote, because there's a lot of credibility that goes with that. Not necessarily that I'm endorsing Empower Network or not. I personally think it's a great program, and if you have the right mindset, the right tools, and the right way of going about it, you can make a tremendous amount of money. And I think that it's a good choice as one of your profit channels in your personal portfolio for profits. But the other thing that's really important here is that you take it to the next level, that you're able to not just say, hey, I can go into a company that's already existing, it's already got proven formulas, I can step into that. The formula for making money is the same, guys. It's just how do you apply it in different programs. So the opportunity of going to a program that's already in place is great. But let me tell you, there's one opportunity that can never be duplicated again. I mean, this is just something. There is only and only one first time. No hard sales pitch here, man, but that's just reality. There is only one first time. And timing and positioning makes a difference. It really does. And that's when you look back at programs and say, man, I wish I coulda. I wish I was. I wish I knew. Well, now you know. And the difference between what you do now and what you don't do will be the conversation that you'll have in a few days, a few weeks, a few months from now. Because trust me, a decision you make today, and I mean today when you're watching this, will make a profound difference in where you are in a few days, in a few weeks, in a few months, in a few years. I know this with all my heart. And the reason I can say that is this was not something that was thrown together overnight. This was something that has taken 6 years to do, 3 years of hard development. And you know, I'm a really upfront person. I try to focus on being transparent. I think that's very rare today. And I hate that. I really do. It's just so easy to be real. It's so hard to not. And so, you know, a year and a half ago, I really thought that we would be able to roll out PCF Mojo the way I wanted, but we weren't there. We weren't there. We didn't have that last piece that I thought was very important, which is our profitizer part of our technology, which allows us to create clonable, duplicatable, done-for-you solutions for people. A year and a half ago, people had to do everything from A to Z themselves, even though our program was easy. We weren't there. And so I said no. we're not going to launch. And I took some flack from that. And, you know, I want you to look me up. I want you to hear what people have to say. I think that's really important. I've been involved online 30 years, marketing and online since 91. I'm no amateur. And I've done millions, and I mean millions of dollars in business. And, you know, that one little 60-day period there, people saying things even though it was not true, but there's a foundation of truth in everything, it hurt. But it was also, I think, a character building moment for me because we didn't quit. And it wasn't a deterrent. We just knew that we weren't ready so we could do more. And we measured ourselves against awesome technologies out there like Evergreen Business Systems or Kajabi or Fusion HQ as far as technology building platforms. We looked at Empower Network. We were so inspired when Pure Leverage launched here just a couple of months ago to see that because our concept was so mirrored to that. It was such a great edification. We looked at these programs and we measure ourselves every day against these programs because we want to be able to provide something that's real, that can work together with programs, can be an individual program on its own. So timing and positioning is absolutely key because right now we're aligning people that want to be part of our inner circle, guys that will have a chance to be able to get on private invite hangouts with myself and with Richard and with other team members of ours, one of my partners, Alex, and Inger. I mean, we've got some really awesome people that specialize in so many different aspects of the business to educate you, to help you, and to be part of our community where you have a question and you're in a different time zone. You can go onto our Skype group and ask that question, and somebody in the world will be able to get right into you. Well, obviously, there's a certain point in time when there's going to be so many people you can't really do that. So in the beginning, it's easy for us to identify inner circle members. And one of the things for those of you that are part of Richard's lists, and as I said, most of you are doing that, even though there's quite a few other founders in our program that are already going to be promoting via this event here just because they like the idea of a hangout and no BS conversation. But those of you that came on with Richard, one I think the things that's really key to know is Richard is an inspiration to me because he can teach somebody with $0 and 100% effort how to go start generating traffic today and start making money now in his 8 Steps program. And that is key, friends. So when I could do this, I definitely have a personal Rolodex of who's who in the business, and I have a very handsome list of my own. But you know, it's not like we're looking for the dollar. We're you know, byproduct of what we're doing here is going to be profit. But so you know, we have a 100% payout in our plan, 100% payout, and we've got some very interesting ways of doing it. Different and similar, and but with long-term logic in mind. As I said, I've been doing this since '91 online, and I've had several successful companies. So I'm going to bring insight that I had on when the problems that I identified early on through my mistakes and trials, and was able to overcome. Those things are being brought here so that we can build long-term sustainability to the business. And I think a lot of you, you know, what's really cool about Richard is anybody can start generating traffic. Do you have a program that's worth that traffic to convert and actually make you money? That's really important, guys. And is there a plan to keep you in the business? You see, a lot of people are confused thinking that traffic is the key to making money, and it isn't. It's conversion to make you money. And then once you get somebody into your business, how do you keep them there? The biggest problem out there in the industry, and you will hear nobody talk about this openly, and I don't know why, because it's our biggest problem. And if you solve a problem, you know, you have a great opportunity, is attrition. And attrition means that you may bring in 3 people in the front door, but over a 4-month period, 5-month period, 2 of those 3 people are going out the back door. So you're like building, building, building and going forward, and you got to constantly keep adding blood because you're building, but it's decreasing at the same time, and yet you're going ahead, but it's really not necessarily in the way that you need it to. And so, you know, building and being able to keep more people increases your wealth tremendously, but more important, it creates a sustainable long-term future for you. And that's what we want to do. So we have a very unique plan. I want to get into the plan and then tell you what we're doing for people that are coming involved early bird right now, because this is something we're going to be doing for the next 5 days, and then after that we're going to close it down and just go with the regular program. So please pay attention. This is really important for you here. Our plan is what we call the 80-20 plan. It's 100% payout, so 80 plus 20 is 100%. How we break that down is really important. So we have two products initially, a subscription product of $25 a month and a Pro Builder product of $100 a month. We're not going to just try to sell you the 25 bucks, get involved right now, and then, oh my gosh, I don't need the 100. You'll earn your way there, and it's no big deal. Trust me on that. That's really important to understand. It's I'm just not into sales pitches and trying to sneak into something into you here. So if that's what you want, turn the channel, because that's what you're going to get here. That's not me, and it's not the way our approach is. So the $25 product and the $100 product are paid out in the 80-20, where you make 80% commission on your very first month on that sale, and then 20% is put into what we call a profit sharing pool, which means that not only do you get to make money on the sales you do and overrides and bonuses on the people that you bring in, so in other words, your organization, but we're doing something here that you will not find anywhere else. You actually get to share in the success of everybody's effort in the company. So 20% of every sale is taken and put into 4 global pools that are very easy to achieve if you're just going out there and doing some basic work. I mean, I think most people can achieve that in their very first week to qualify for at least 2, if not all 4 pools. It really is not going to be it's not going to be anything major. It's just, if you're not deserving of it, you shouldn't be there. Don't need to dilute something. It's not like this is free money. This is a free opportunity for people to make a choice, be involved in something that really makes sense. Okay, so the bonus pool is really huge, because what if you have, well, we already have people coming to the table, but when you have other people that are not in your group and you're able to share in their success, that compounds not just your income, but it changes the dynamics of where you're going to be 6 months from now in your business, because in any business you are going to have some attrition, which means people leaving, but that's not going to be as painful for you, because number one, we know we're going to have less people leaving than most programs out there because of the way our program is designed. But really what's important is, as a company grows, it geometrically grows. The company goes from $1 million in business to $10 million in business to 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million. And I don't say these numbers loosely. These are the type of businesses and organizations that I've built personally. This is the type of business and organizations that Richard's built. I mean, we bring millions of dollars to the table. And if you're involved in Pure Leverage, I mean, $1 million the first month. Empower Network now has paid out, what, $80 million, something like that. I mean, absolutely insane. That's real numbers, guys. I mean, get it in your head. That's the type of numbers. Wouldn't you like, if you were an Empower Network or Pure Leverage or any other program out there, to know that it was an X percentage of that gross taken aside and then spread around to everybody in the company, even if they were part of a small group and they only had a small organization versus a big organization? And you get to share in the piece of somebody else's success somewhere else in the organization. See, that's what makes a network. That's what makes an organization versus a downline, is that you're sharing in the wealth of everybody, as well as being rewarded very large in what you do yourself. So the 80% is what you earn in your first month on all your sales that you bring in. And then on the second month, it's 40%. And also on the people that you bring in, you make a 40% matching bonus. So let me give you an example. If Richard is somebody I brought in, and Richard makes $1,000 in commission, okay, I'm going to make $400 every month that Richard makes $1,000 because I'm making 40% matching on that. Now, this is not an income claim, it's just an income example, okay? So that's very realistic, guys, because not everybody's going to go out there and bring in 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 20 subscribers. I mean, heck, the average in the industry is 2, okay, and being realistic here. So that means you could bring in 1 or 2 good people and be able to make a 40% matching on what they do is huge. Now, I know that Pure Leverage has a 50% matching. It sounds great, and it's great, but they don't have the profit share where you're sharing in the success of everybody. I mean, Richard and I talked about it with Pure Leverage, and Richard isn't one of the top leaders in Pure Leverage, and he's on the leaderboards, and he goes, we were commenting the other day about Dagan Smith, the legend, the man, and he got involved, and he sends one email, and all of a sudden he's up on the top of the board, and Russell's right behind him, Russell Brunson. I mean, that's the power of leadership. And when Richard was going, man, that 50% matching and the 50% on the second month, that's huge, Tom. How do you beat that? And I said, well, it's really easy, Richard. It's not about beating it. It's just how can we tweak it and make it a little improved? Our plan, of course, is for long-term sustainability, and as well as Pure Leverage and Empower Network, because they're both great leadership-driven companies. But there was a little caveat that we have the opportunity of throwing in, which was part of our design, was the profit sharing. And I said something to Richard. I said, Richard, you made this amount of money. And he made a huge amount of money, by the way. And I said, and you made this amount of it on matching. And he goes, yeah. And I said, how would you have liked to make some of the piece of what Dagan did? And he goes, what? And I said, yeah, what if you could share in the profit share of some of what Dagan did and Russell did and everybody else in the company? He goes, dude, that would be awesome. And I said, exactly. Exactly, man. See, that adds an extra caveat. It adds an extra layer to the business opportunity. So in detail, over the next few days, we're going to be going into the different aspects of the plan. I'm really anal about that. Actually, myself and Richard and Alex are going to be doing marathon hangouts. We'll also be broadcasting this one here 4 times a day over the next 10 days, as well as private Q&A sessions for people that get started right off the bat. Then you'll have access to us for some private Q&A and instant strategy calls where we get you into action now, where we help you while we can, because there's only a few people getting started versus hundreds and thousands of people, which will be happening very quickly. So you really want to be here. So really, what's the next steps, and what does it mean to be in the early bird? Well, we've got several things that are built into the product. You won't understand what this is, but for anybody that gets involved in our early bird launch, we're going to be adding an extra feature that's only available in our premium called the Traffic Hub. And the Traffic Hub is really important because one of the things that Richard teaches is traffic generation using free exchanges, as well as you can use paid parts of those exchanges, which is really wise. You do that. Co-op advertising, which is pre-done for you, traffic, which we already have. You pay for it and you get guaranteed signups. I mean, stuff like that, which is really important. But when the key to getting, once you have a conversion program, the key is getting traffic, guys. Getting traffic and knowing that the traffic is being converted into leads and then converted into sales, automated, where you don't have to work it. You don't have to do anything except drive people in and add value. And then more important, the people are staying in. So the people that are coming in on a residual basis are staying there. Traffic's key, okay? Traffic's key. And our Traffic Hub is a very unique feature that is added on to our system here. What it does is allows you to purchase extremely inexpensive traffic, either as an individual or as a co-op with 2-3 other people, and you can buy very inexpensive traffic. I'm talking about penny traffic. And with any traffic out there, there's good traffic and there's not good traffic. One thing I learned early on from one of my mentors when I learned about traffic generation is that you make your money on 10% of the traffic that comes in, not on the other 90%. It's 10% of the traffic actually earns you money. Now, when you buy cheap or inexpensive traffic, you get a lot of junk, okay? And so our traffic hub actually filters that junk. It does an IP filter. So there's a lot of PPV and PPC, which is pay-per-view and pay-per-click traffic, that we're going to plug you right into, done for you, as well as show you how to get it yourself. Don't have to be a brain surgeon to do this. That's going to cost you pennies, which means you could do experimental budgets and full budgets with 50 to 100 bucks and literally generate hundreds, if not thousands of clicks. However, not all clicks and not all traffic's equal. And so the traffic hub will allow you to drive people to your personal traffic hub, and it will filter the junk traffic from the good traffic and drive it right into your capture pages, which is seriously cool and kick butt. And so we're going to add that for everybody in the early bird. That product alone, we charge hundreds of dollars to corporations to use in PCF Mojo. That's going to be free of charge. And you know, as I said, you're going to be able to have easy access to us. We're going to help do the work for you. We're going to close the business for you. All you got to do is drive people to us. We'll close the business. So you'll be able to get into that right now. And you'll also be part of our inner circle, being able to say, hey man, I got this, but I didn't get this. Can you do this? Can you do that? And being a voice, somebody that can talk to me on a regular basis and to Richard, it really makes a difference in your business because it'll help ensure your success by being with guys that are going to help you succeed. And if you have a problem, it's our problem. So we want to help you solve that. So what are the next steps? Well, below this video here, you'll see a button that says get started. And it's $25 to get started in the program. Now, this $25 that you use to get started in the program is your admin fee. There's only one fee that we're going to charge you as a company to give you the 100% payout with all of our products. And we have products that are going to be going up into the thousands of dollars, that are worth thousands of dollars, that are based on intrinsic value, not perceived value, not information training, but real solid products that we sell for thousands of dollars that you'll be able to sell and keep 100% paid out. Okay? And our only fee for as a company is the $25 admin fee, which means that we will provide you the platform to do everything that we're talking about and to stair step into the other products. In addition, we will support all of your customers. We will support all of your distributors. We have an e-wallet that allows your commissions to pay instantly, daily, 24/7. That'll be dynamic right into the system, your own e-wallet. You can do what you want with your money. It's a really awesome system. This instant pay is really awesome and something you need to know about. And so the $25 covers that, and it gets you started now. And the when you pay the $25, you're instantly issued your marketing system and site. You log in, and then you have access to the invites to the private Q&As with Richard and myself and Alex and all of our other Inner Circle Mastermind founders, which are really important people that you want to get in. You know, learning stuff and watching videos is great, guys. Having people you can actually talk to and answer your questions to help you get to help you understand what you're learning really means. I mean, I could watch a video and Richard could watch a video and we'd start comparing notes after that video, and I'll guarantee you we don't have the exact same perception. We may have the general idea the same. So for us to be able to bounce back to each other to get fine-tuned on that right answer, that's a huge thing. And you want to be part of that. You don't want to lose out on that. So by taking action now, getting into 25, you're taking advantage of timing and positioning, guys. And this is really important because what's going to happen over the next 10 days is going to help people make hundreds and thousands of dollars over the next few days and few weeks right now. And if you've never made money before, you need as many things as possible working for you. And I mean working for you to help you get there. So the $25 is an admin fee. And then once you get in, you get your site and everything like that. Then you sign into the e-wallet, and then you upgrade to pay for your first product, which is the $25 a month for the system itself, for the actual products that you sell, that you use, and you keep all the money on. Tier 1, and then the Tier 2 product, which is what we call our Pro Builder. The first one's the Pro Starter. The next one's the Pro Builder. That's $100 a month. Unlike other programs out there that tell you about it later, we're telling you up front, you don't need to go there to make money. You start making money instantly on the $25. You can use that to make thousands of dollars with Pure Leverage, and thousands of dollars with Empower Network, and thousands of dollars with Green Label, and any other program that you want to do just with our Pro Starter. That is really easy to do. So first step, down below, admin fee. Second step, get in the quick start, opt in to communicate with Richard and myself. Richard, open up a little bit here. Is there anything that you'd like to add, anything I may have missed, or share with people, you know, why you're really excited about what I just shared with everybody? I know you were chomping at the bit to share it before I started talking, but I think it helps perspective after I've said stuff. Go for it, brother.
You know that saying about your ship sailing in?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about this is you really need to hurry up and get on that ship and board it before it sails off without you. You know, to being at the beginning of something as big as this is going to be, you know, Green Label, you know, I totally believe, you know, through what we have communicated about and all the plans that you have as a company for where you want to take this, I know that's going to happen. And, you know, me looking at it, you know, I definitely am going to be a big part of that. But if I was somebody looking at this for the first time, you know, I hope that they see the information that you have presented right now, that this is definitely something that they need to also be a part of, and immediately, because this thing is going to make some big waves. And the other thing I love about all the things we've talked about is when you talk about it complementing, you know, any of these other businesses that people are trying to build, and how it can help simplify their marketing efforts to actually build them. And I think that's a huge thing the marketplace really needs. And, you know, I see how people are going to benefit from this, you know, no matter what they're trying to build out there. It's just going to, you know, be something that is going to help them move forward in business faster, more efficiently, save them time. And that excites me, because I know, you know, how time-consuming some projects online can be. And if you got a simple way of doing it, I mean, that's just powerful stuff.
Absolutely. And I think that there's another key thing that people understand. This is not a startup, guys. Green Label is the rollout of everything that we've been using and building. We've had a few hundred people that are founders. I call founders. That's just a title that we gave people that got started with us 2 years ago, who use our technology, who had tremendous gains as leaders in their own prospective companies that they're distributors of, some owners, and we actually are a technology platform behind a couple of big companies. This is not new. This is just a new division. Green Label is a new division where we've built everything that we've built everything done for you, ready to go. So yes, this is the beginning and the foundation of being part of this. And trust me, that's kick-ass as far as making money is concerned, timing and positioning. But we're no kid on the block. I kind of like an analogy a friend of mine brought out the other day. He's David Kavanaugh. He's one of the top internet coaches for newbies in the internet. And we talked about this a few weeks ago about, you know, some companies that you see are foundational companies and they're growing, and you see what they see above the ground. And others are companies that are really solid, have been around. And I said, well, it would be kind of like this. And I said, be kind of like looking at a tree and seeing the ground, okay? And you have this big, huge oak tree, and then you see this oak tree growing. And if you looked at it in one picture, the oak tree growing, and you see the oak coming up, what you don't see is below the ground that the oak tree that's going up, it's only growing up at 1/3 of the size of the depth of its roots. In other words, the roots down below are 2/3 longer than what you see above the ground. Now, these programs that have been out there for a year, 2 years, that are really rocking, and guys are watching them and saying, man, these are the pinnacles, they're great. Here at Green Label, green being evergreen and being, you know, ecology, we've got 3 years of just technology roots and 6 years of conceptual refinement on what we know has worked for 20 years before that. This is a really deep, solid thing. I mean, there's no storm going to tear us out of the ground, I'll tell you that right now. So right now you have a chance of kind of like being Jack on the beanstalk and getting on, and you don't even have to climb, you just have to hang on. I mean, that's kind of like it. You know, you just go, woo, here you go. But you got to take action. I mean, that's it at the end of the day, you know. I mean, we're excited. You know, guys, look, you know, I can pitch and sell you all day long. That's not my gig. I suck at it, and I'm not going to try to be good at it. You got to feel. I mean, at this point here, I mean, you got to feel in your heart. You got to feel like, is this guy Richard for real? Is this guy Dominic for real? How do you feel? If you don't feel, if you feel like you're like, man, this guy's a con man, just turn it off. Don't get involved. Watch, wait, and take your move whenever you do. And there'll be a great opportunity here if you decide to come in the future. There'll be a great opportunity, and it'll be better and better and better. It's just the timing and opportunity of being in the beginning isn't going to be the same. But really, the decision you need to make right now, because we're not trying to give you scarcity copy or anything like that. We're telling you that we have done for you, ready to go stuff that you can use right now and start making money now with existing companies out there, as well as building your list and doing the things that you need to do. You can do that right now with what we have. But really the decision you're going to make right now is like, you know what, I feel these guys. I feel the truth in what they're saying. I feel like, you know, hey man, this is my chance. This is my timing, positioning. I'd like to be part of this. I mean, that's really where you're at. There's different aspects and of emotional and opportunist things at different scheduled times of any event. But like I said, the first and the beginning, well, that's different. And we're not a new kid on the block, guys. We're just decided to introduce ourselves into the arena with everybody else in the direct sales and in the business opportunity side of it. So we have an opportunity for you to be in business for yourself, an opportunity to be in business with us on a personal basis and connect with us and to be able to communicate with us. But the only way you're going to get on the inside to do that is making a $25 decision. Woo woo, big decision. But no, we wanted this to be achievable, because as you get involved, you start earning money. The higher ticket items, as we release them, are not going to be high ticket, can you afford it? It's going to be with money that you're already making. Because if you're not making money at the basics, because that's what's really important here, guys, it doesn't matter what other products cost. I mean, I heard an argument the other day about Empower Network. You know, it's $5,500 to get all in. Yeah, man, but it's $25 to get started. And more important, you work your way in. If you don't have $5,500, doesn't mean you're missing out. It just means you work in at the 25, earn, and reinvest back in your business. Reinvest back in yourself, man. I mean, that's so important. People don't understand that. They think I push a button. You know, I'm 40, 50 years old, 30 years old, whatever, 60 years old, 70 years old. I mean, everybody's looking for a way to go now with all the economics that's happened. You didn't take 10, 20, 30 years of your life all of a sudden expecting something to step in between, and the last 30 years of your life didn't give you what you wanted, and all of a sudden think you're going to come in and just have something that is just going to be there arbitrarily. Yeah, timing has worked like that, but you got to work. You got to put effort into it, and you got to reinvest in your time and your education and your money that you make. You got to put money back into your business. I mean, but that's what we're here to teach you, and that's what we're going to do with you and help you do that. So these are all parts of, you know, being business for yourself. So anyway, I don't know what else to say. I hope that we see you on the other side. I look forward to our Q&A hangouts. As I said, there's going to be some serious lack of sleep before this week, but going forward, it's going to be some serious lack of sleep, but we're excited. No energy like just talking to people that are seeing results. So people are already doing it now. Guys, I can't even tell you, when you sign up below, you'll see the number that you're getting. You'll understand the timing and position that you're in. Anyway, that's it for me. Richard, if you want to close this out, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for your time, Dominic. Appreciate it very much, and it's been great to be able to talk to you about this program, and I'm just super excited for you know, to really get moving with it and enjoying everything that I have discussed with you and everything that I'm learning, where this company is heading, and I really appreciate you taking the time today and explaining more for everyone about this program.
Absolutely, and for me, to everybody out there, and Richard, you know how I feel, man. I'm so stoked to be here, and just privileged to talk to your people, and to everybody else out there. Hey, everybody, peace for me in Thailand, and welcome to the family, I hope. And see you on the next Hangout for our preferred members.
Thanks
Thank you,
so much.
everybody. All right, bye-bye.
Have a great night.
You got it, man.